Welcome to the WSL Post Show here at the GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Bonsoy. Here on the Harvey Norman host set, Ronnie Blakey sitting us alongside Laura Enova and Stace Galbraith also joining us to run through today's highlights and big stories. And I guess the big story was getting the competition underway on the opening day of the window, Laura. Very exciting for all you local folk.
So exciting on this beautiful Wednesday. We weren't sure what we were going to get when we turned up this morning. We thought that wind was meant to be here when we woke up, and then it wasn't, and then came late to the party. But all the surfers competing out there today did an excellent job, absolutely excellent job, and showed some incredible surfing.
Yeah, definitely. We got a bit sandbagged at the start of the day. We kind of got tempted, but the wind did eventually come, Ron.
Yeah.
It did, yeah, and we knew it was going to be challenging, but there was lots of opportunity, which is, I think, all anyone can ask for in surfing heats. Everyone's out there in the same conditions. You just want to get some reps up and get the opportunity to dig into some big turns, and we saw that. I think some people in the competition, especially some of the old dogs, their tails got wagging this morning just in anticipation of having an advantage to lay down some big power turns against some of the less experienced rivals that they came up against. And for me, Mark Lackamere was one of those surfers.
Absolutely. I canvassed the area this morning. It was a genuine 50-50 about who was keen to run or not, but no doubt in Mark Lackamere's mind, he was fired up to get out there. And as you can see here, absolutely ripping, Laura.
Yeah, Mark, just such a power surfer going up against these younger crew, and just solid on his feet. Seems stoked to be back here, and he's got so much experience, and when the waves get bigger, he is solid.
Yeah, Aiden Mason-Camp surfed really well up at Snapper Rocks. It looks like he's got some form on the backhand too.
Yeah, definitely. Coming from the west coast of South Africa, plenty of raw energy over there, and it was a good day for him.
Yeah, but Mark Lackamere, I think this new regional qualifying series into the Challenger Series will really suit and reinvigorate someone like him. He put up really solid scores today. He said he felt right at home. There was a chill in the air. There was plenty of punch in the lineup, and he delivered a couple of big hits.
Just the baguette's not as good.
I know, pretty banging Crosby this morning.
No, they are good.
We just saw the last heat of the day unfolding, and it was a really close one. We're going to get caught up with the winner of the last heat with Jess Grimwood.
Thanks, Ronnie. Yeah, Brodie Sale, congratulations. A great heat win for you. You're an alternate coming into the first two events here for the Challenger Series. What have been the learnings so far for you?
I was just stoked to get in and get the opportunity to be on the big stage and try and do my best surfing.
And you're working with Coach Matt Myers here. You were just telling me a little bit about that before the cameras. Talk to us about what that transition is like, coaching at this level of competition.
Last year I never coached with anyone, so I remember walking away from last year and I was like, if I were to get back on the Challenger Series, I'd want to have someone in my corner, just extra opinion, extra set of eyes, and it's been really good. I lost early in that last event. I made a little mistake at the end, but heat structure-wise, all my heats so far in Oz, I felt really confident and good. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations. It's a great way to end the first day for you, and good luck going on to the next round.
Thank you. Psyching.
Yeah, cheers, Jess. He looked good. Brodie Sale, great surfer, comes from Kona, came up under the watchful eye of Shane Dorian, but working with Matty Myers here, probably a good move. Matty had some success during the Australian League of the Challengers last year, Stace.
Yeah, he basically didn't walk away with a semi-final or better result from his whole team last year. Obviously, Rio Wider went back-to-back, but he had plenty of other crew on the program that did really well as well, and I think an important point there is having a coach when you lose is actually probably more important than when you're winning, because it's that downtime that Matt can keep him busy and structured in between events.
I love that. Really good point. We're going to have a look at another heat which featured one of the veteran campaigners trying to crack the code to get themselves onto the championship tour. Josh Moniz. He's had a big road back from injury, but really starting to click and looks super confident out there, Stace.
Yeah, absolutely. And what an injury it was. It's stoked to just see him back in the water for one, and then surfing this good is, it's the cherry on top. But it was a great heat here. This wave was one of the better waves that broke all day. And unfortunately for Geordie Lawler, the local boy, he wasn't on it.
Yeah, Kai Martin hanging on to that second place there. But yeah, this is, the kind of surfing that's always going to fetch you solid scores. He wasn't able to finish this right off, Laura, but I loved where he was heading with this one.
Ooh. Yeah, that was one of the waves of the day as well. And unfortunately, Geordie with priority was just slightly too far out, and with priority. So unfortunate to see our local boy out. Geordie, good luck in the rest of the year. But Moniz and Martin,
they're getting it done and moving on through into those seeded rounds. I can't wait to see how those matchups come together. Of course, you'll be able to check that out now on worldsurfleague.com. Let's move right now into, though, what was one of the highlight moments of the day, the Boost Mobile wave of the day. And we saw a nice progressive approach there from Kiwi Billy Stairmand.
He would have been eyeing off this event. As soon as he qualified for the Challenger Series, Billy, coming from Raglan, has got one of the best backhands in the world, and this is why he's got that turn on lock, and the judges absolutely loved it. This was the highest heat score single wave of the day.
So good if you have a trademark manoeuvre that not a lot of people can attempt, that you have a great strike rate with, and Billy's going to do those all day.
Yeah, absolutely. And in conditions like that, I was surprised to see him pull it off. There was like a lot of water moving around and pretty big and lumpy conditions. So he's only going to be more lethal as the conditions tame up throughout the rest of this week.
Yeah, he got a 7.87 for that one. I think we can expect some similar numbers from him as he makes his way through the draw here. But let's dive into our top 5 moments. And, well, there was plenty of beatdowns, but plenty of aggressive approaches on the end sections of these waves. Guillermo Sat, the Chilean, really copped a tough knock here.
bottom 5 for sure. But, yeah, he dusted it off and was straight back out there. Unfortunately, didn't make it through that heat.
And then going to number 4, Kian Martin, representing Sweden, but grew up in Bali. And he had a fantastic heat, busted a board, still got out there and dominated.
Yeah, absolutely. Himself and Dimitri Poulos both had fantastic backside airs today. Their technique is just flawless.
Well, everyone loves the story of Sheldon Paishon, and he is going to keep that story rolling through the contest here, saving himself in the final stages.
Oh, wasn't that just so exciting? Sheldon, he didn't have priority and somehow snuck a wave and got the 4.83, whatever he needed. So it was pretty amazing stuff.
We're seeing this next generation of newcomers to the Challenger Series stepping up. In the first heat of the day, it was Manly's George Pitta getting the job done with a big hit on the end section there, Stace.
If that's not excellent surfing, I don't know what is. Give the kid the score. Beautiful combinations of backside turns. And Rich made the comment on the live call that he was loving how tight he was in the pocket. I kind of think he'll look to amend that the next couple of days. He's getting a bit hung up there in the wind, I thought, but did fantastic on the 7.5.
Oh, I love it. At number 1, though, it was Billy Stairmand. I mean, you want to see those big highlight manoeuvres. Billy thread them together and really just made himself at home here at North Narrabeen.
He really did, and this will be one of the highlight turns of the event, I feel like, by the time we get there to the end next week. He's got these turns on block, and I can't wait to see him pull them out of his bag of tricks the next week.
Yeah, that was impressive stuff, worthy of that number 1 place in our top 5 moments. But guys, it's been a fun opening day. I think we'll give ourselves an early mark now so we can go and enjoy everything the Northern Beaches has to offer. Stace, you got the family in town.
Yeah, we might come up and see you, Ron.
Yeah.
Up to Shorties.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, up to Avalon, up to Shorties. We'll have a good time. Laura, what are your plans this afternoon?
Oh, take Ziggy for a walk and... I don't know, maybe go do some parties.
Is that your boyfriend?
Ziggy's the dog, just going to...
Oh, perfect. Yeah, big shout out to Jake, who's a DJ in this area. We're going to leave you with highlights. We'll be back here tomorrow morning to potentially get the GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Bonsoy, back underway. Good morning, coming to you live from North Narrabeen. This is the second stop on the Challenger Series.
I woke up this morning with a split in my head. I wish I could take back the things that I said. I tell you I'm sorry, but it don't change.
George Pitta just hanging on for a finish.
It's a long, baby, it's a long way to fall. It's a long way to fall.
That was squared up.
He's all right.
Baby, would you forgive me? I'm begging.
This is going to come in very close.
Yes, turn the heat.
From Raglan, what a finish.
Oh, 'cause losing you, baby, is just too far to fall. Yeah, baby, it's a long, baby, it's a long way
copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.